All right, it's another spotlight on the schedule as we approach the 2018-2019 season. Wow, time flies, huh, Coach Berman?
Yeah, it sure does.
So we're with Coach Berman with the University of Arizona, as you can see by his emblazoned shirt here. He's promoting the big A. But Coach, tell me a little bit about the schedule this year and what you guys have planned at the Tucson Convention Center and on the road.
Yeah, we're excited about our schedule. We think it's a little, more competitive, which is a tougher strength of schedule. And it's the right time for the quality of team I think we're going to have this year. We start off with a home opener against our friends from Tempe. So right off the bat, September 28 and 29, we play ASU at home. I think that's a great opportunity to get out in front and promote. And obviously, those games are always fun for everybody involved. Then we go on a nice month-long road trip, and we're going to find out what we're made of. I mean, we got to go on the road to the Oklahomas, Colorados, and Missouri and Arkansas in the month of October. We're pretty much getting our entire league conference travel out of the way. And those are 3 long trips, so we're going to be tested. I think it's going to test our depth, and I think we're deep enough to handle that this year. So how do we approach the adversity of it? How do we come every day to work to make sure we're prepared for that? I'm more confident than ever in our culture. So I think we're up for the task. I think it's the right time for it. But certainly we're a team that we think is going to compete for a conference championship this year. And the month of October is going to dictate that quite a bit. So how successful are we in that month is going to mean a lot to propel us moving forward. Then we're back at home. And I certainly hope we're less streaky than our schedule is, because we're basically on the road a month and then home for a couple of months. Which is good. So we come back home. Our friend John Hogan's going to bring Maryville out here for the home games after that road trip, and we're looking forward to that. And then we got Grand Canyon for our military appreciation game on a Sunday before Veterans Day. That should be a lot of fun. And then just kind of more in general, we're excited to have a home with UNLV. That should be a great, I think a great rivalry moving forward. I think 2 quality programs. I think you could make the case that both programs are maybe some of the most on the rise in the ACHA, and we certainly have great respect for the talent they have over there, and I think we're ready to have some good battles with them. So we're excited to have a home with them. We'll end December with ASU here in town. Then we come back here, Grand Canyon and UNLV will be here, and all those teams, and we'll kind of get the flip side of that. We'll get the Colorados, the Oklahomas. They'll be coming to our building, and hopefully we can build that into the national tournament here in March.
And the national tournament is something you guys had a taste of again after a year off with the opportunity to go back there. And I know you're itching to get a little farther into it. You and I talked off camera about how nice it would be to get into that quarterfinal round and semifinal round and ultimately take home a title, right? Yeah,
I think getting to that quarterfinal, semifinal, I think that's the cream of the crop of the ACHA. If you can get to that Final Four, you're a very quality hockey team, and it's a good thing. The expectations here are different. No longer is making the tournament an accomplishment for us, and I think that's a good thing. Everybody was really polite, and I appreciate it. When we got to Cleveland last year, the year before we didn't make it, and we were the last team not to make it. So we've been pecking around it for a while. It's time to make a climb, but again, it was meant to be nice, and it is. But it's a bit of a backhanded nice when they say, "Hey, it's just an accomplishment for you guys to get here," and that rubs me wrong, because we're not trying to just get there. We want to make a run. We want to win this thing, and I feel like we've got a good 2-3 year window here, and our objective is pretty simple. Let's leave Texas with a ring.
So strength of the schedule is obviously there this year, and you guys will be tested early. Though, when do the guys get on the ice for the first time this year for you, and what's that roster look like?
Yeah, we're shooting for mid-September. So we'll have a couple weeks to get ready. We'll have a tune-up game on the road against Grand Canyon, so we'll have a game there. And from what I understand, they're a very quality opponent, and we're excited about that. And I think that's good for hockey out here and the growth of the ACHA, and hopefully we can get them up to the Division I level here sooner than later. And then right at it with ASU. So I'm incredibly excited. I think the culture is where it's needed to be for a while. It took a little longer than I had hoped, but I knew it was a big ship to steer, so it took some time. But every year we made deposits. Culture to me is like a diet. Get the bad stuff out, put the good stuff in, and you'll be healthy. So we think we're at that point. We've got a really committed roster. The guys who need to put on weight have put on weight. The guys who need to lose weight have lost weight. And to me, that's such a statement when you hit campus, when everybody comes back and you make that statement of, look how much weight I put on or off. That shows commitment. To me, it's similar to what I tell my guys is, shot blocking is the best way to show your teammates you want to win.
Right.
And to me, when you come off the summer and you come in 15 pounds heavier of muscle, that's a great way to show your teammates you want to win. And so the commitment's there. It's been good to talk to my guys. They're bought in. Next year's the first year I'll have everybody I've recruited in the room. And so for me, I'm excited about that. We're certainly grateful for the guys from the past who have helped pass the baton. But it's time to start thinking bigger, and the time is now, and I'm confident we do. So in our roster, obviously a Bailey Marshall's a heck of a center to add to your group. I feel like our centers are as deep, if not deeper, than anyone else in our conference. When you look at Bailey Marshall, Chris Westland to me is one of the best two-way centers in the conference, and Justin Plumoff is a kid who just makes plays, does things the right way, blocks shots. He's a great PK guy. So we're incredibly happy about how we're built up the middle. Our D are young, and that's okay because they're high ceiling kids that are coachable, and they fit the mold of what we want. Because the offense is the strength of our team moving forward here, we want kids who are mobile, who are going to move pucks. We want to transition and get pucks up quicker to feed the beast that we have up there. And by the way, we feel really good about what we have in net. So it's a good time to have young D. We can sustain that transition. The time's right. I feel like good things are happening, and just excited to get back at it.
Coach, I only got one thing to say: bear down.
Absolutely.